Madness is in full swing, and we have another Locked On bracket breakdown as 4-seed Tennessee took down 5-seeded Duke in the second round of the tournament, 65-52 the final. I'm Jordan Black, and we are joined by the host of Locked On Balls, Eric Kane. Eric, how sweet it is on Rocky Top, Tennessee getting it done. Give us your overall thoughts on this really physical game against the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, congratulations, Tennessee. I mean, that's awesome. Tournament basketball, it's whoever's hot on that day. Today was Olivia Cumwall, who was super hot. It's about individual matchups, and I thought Tennessee matched up so well with Duke because they're very similar teams. Usually a Duke team is flashy on the offensive end, and that's not really this Duke team. That's built inside and out, and it's built on the defensive end. I thought Tennessee matched up so well there. But you guys have heard me say this plenty of times over this season, and all Tennessee fans would agree with me. Tennessee at its best can beat anybody in the country. And then sometimes Tennessee will play down to its level of competition. So I'm not surprised whatsoever Tennessee was able to come away with the win today over Duke. And we'll see what they do here in the Sweet 16 on Thursday. But an awesome win for Tennessee. They really, as you mentioned, it was a physical game. And I thought that bode well for Tennessee's older team, built of 22, 23-year-olds compared to Duke's younger team. And Tennessee was able to close it out there at the end.
Last time we spoke to you, you were pretty critical of Santiago Vives' performance or lack thereof. What did you think of what he did today?
Yeah, I thought he was fantastic, finishing with, 14 points. Still didn't shoot the ball incredibly well, 4 of 11, but that's not horrible. And all 4 of those were from 3. And he is so in shape. He is always one of the guys on this basketball team that is running all over the place, tiring out that defense. And that's kind of what he was doing here tonight. And he was run all over the place, getting up, finding mismatches, posting up. He had a couple of assists as well. He was so active, and he made himself a point of this basketball game to where Duke was going to have to shut him down for Tennessee to lose. And it was Santiago Vives for so long, and then Olivia Cumwall had a strong second half and kind of came to his aid there and was kind of that Robin to the Batman. So good for him to wake up. Tennessee cannot win games in this tournament moving forward without Santiago Vescovi. Able to get by Louisiana in the round of 64, and you're very, very fortunate. But you need that Santiago Vespi to win games, and it was good to see him kind of bounce back in a big way. 14 points and 5 rebounds, 5 assists as well for Tennessee's senior guard.
You mentioned veterans on the Tennessee team, and Duke has one in Jeremy Roach that Tennessee was able to get in foul trouble. How important was that in order to pull out the win today?
Yeah, I'm surprised that John Shire left him in for so long, right? I mean, he played 34 minutes in this game, and you thought at one point in time that he fouled out. And the officials kind of said, oh, wait, it wasn't him. I'm surprised that didn't go to the monitor, if that's even reviewable to the monitor. I don't know if it is or not. But he played an awful lot. And it was, him out there with 4 fouls, and he kind of led Duke in the round number 1 with 23 points. He was an honorable mention All-ACC player, one of the few guys who's an upperclassman for Duke. And, of course, he was the starting point guard on that Final Four team. So getting him in foul trouble and having him, show some hesitation on the perimeter defense and maybe second-guessing on, well, should I step in front there? I don't want to get a tic-tac foul. I mean, I think that was huge. He drew that 4th foul, I want to say, with 13 minutes left in this game. And so I just think that gave just a little bit more for Tennessee to attack him, to attack that Duke defense, and try to go find the bottom of the net, which Tennessee was able to do a lot today.
How are you feeling about this Sweet 16 matchup that could be against Farley Dickinson or FAU? You've mentioned that Tennessee sometimes plays down, and these are lower seeds or higher, however you look at it. How do you feel about that matchup, whoever it might be?
I mean, first and foremost, what an opportunity, right? I mean, this is kind of a dream situation. Back in so Tennessee was in the Sweet 16 in 2018-19 that season. I believe the year before that was the year that Loyola Chicago went on its run, and that was in the same region as Tennessee. And all Tennessee had to do was find a fortunate bounce to where instead of rattling out, it goes in, Tennessee moves on, and then that whole, I forgot what region it was, probably the East or maybe the South region, it was all in flux, and they kind of had a path straight to the Elite Eight. Well, this is kind of the same situation if you look at it, right? I'd be remiss if I told you I knew everything about Farley Dickinson right now or Florida Atlantic University right now, because I don't. I'm going to watch that game tomorrow and kind of see what those two teams look like. Obviously, a 16 over a 1 seed is huge, but it's a great opportunity for Tennessee. Sure, you're not 100%. You don't have Zakai Ziegler, your point guard. We know all that, but still, you're one of the best teams in the country. You're a 4 seed that honestly probably should have been rated a little bit lower because of the way you finished the season, but you have experience. You play inside out. You ugly up games. I mean, it's an opportunity where Tennessee is going to be the going up against an inferior opponent. Any way you want to look at it, and Tennessee can maybe rely on some athleticism and just bigger body guys to get it done. Now, in tournament basketball, that does not get it done all the time, but again, this is a great opportunity for Tennessee just to show up and be the better team. So, we'll see what those two teams look like tomorrow when they square off, but first time in a couple of years since Tennessee's been to the Sweet 16, and a great direct path, not an easy path, but a very attainable path to the Elite Eight, which will be the second one in school history for Tennessee.
Well, we will let you enjoy this and then play some Rocky Top. Eric, thank you for your insight as always. For more on the Vols, make sure you are subscribed to Locked On Vols, and for a full view of the bracket and all of the action, subscribe to Locked On College Basketball. That's part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Thanks everyone for listening and watching.